Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new year, 2018, folks, here on the Semi-Perfect Podcast. And we hope you all had a wonderful new year. We'll talk about what we did to celebrate ours, as well as various other topics, including one that was discussed in the last podcast, kind of scenario topic that we'll have fun with. Going to be a lot coming on the show. A lot of coming on the show, and we're going to have a good one here tonight.
I hope so.
So, intros. We got Hirosashii.
Yo, what's up?
Laura.
Hey.
Saber.
Hey.
Paleo.
Hello.
PanamaMatt.
What the heck was that, Paleo?
And Toodles.
Hello.
And I'm ACRacebest. Welcome into the Semi-Perfect Podcast, our bi-weekly show. This one happening on a Tuesday because Sarah, who runs the show, is actually on her way to Texas tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause my friend's getting married.
That's pretty selfish of your friend to make us move the show.
Well, I was a doofus and I decided to fly out on a Wednesday.
I like that you kind of like had to justify my an argument that might say as if yeah. So welcome, guys. First off, as mentioned, the new year has come since the last show, so I'm real curious to hear what everybody did. But outside of New Year's activities, is there anything else that's come up in the last 2 weeks that anything new for anybody?
Nope.
Well, no. Most of my last 2 weeks were spent with family and friends for the New Year's and Christmas.
Yeah.
It rained today.
Yeah, and that's causing problems for some areas.
Including my cubicle at work.
Yeah.
It rained in there.
Wait, really?
Yes. I was sitting just working, and all of a sudden I'm like, why is my computer leaking? And I look up and notice that it all kind of came out at once. So wherever it was
Yeah, it just pulled up and...
It's coming out of our air duct system at work, and
that's
of
lovely.
course it's dripping directly on my computer, and I'm just like, great. So that's the one thing. I don't know how prominent this is in places where it actually rains regularly, but it seems like here in California, because it doesn't, we get way behind on oh, that's right, our roofs are terrible, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that first rain of the season, everyone learns if they have a leak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also since you guys had the
fires,
all the vegetation's gone, so it's whoops.
Yeah, mudslides and all that stuff.
Yeah, there haven't been too many of those yet, have there been?
I don't know. There's been warnings for flash flooding.
I know
in
we've
some
had
areas.
at least one because there's a lot of people. I think there's one that killed 8 people today.
Oh fuck.
Cool. Never mind then. Take that back.
So, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Okay, well, in that case, I want to hear how everybody spent their New Year's. Paleo, how was your New Year's? What did you do?
Well, me and Hirosashii went up to go see Saber and Laura.
Oh, that's right. In fact, you're all going to be able to sum this up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn it, I forgot about that.
Story time.
All right, well then, the whole group, your whole group, tell me how it was.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Is how everyone's gonna describe this.
Yeah, and Jax came down from Maryland too. It's the first time he ever drove that far.
Oh, we went to a trampoline park, and we all realized that trampolining is exhausting.
Very challenge.
It's like, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to tell
we
that
went in,
one story later, though.
We went in and we jumped around a little bit, and they were like, oh. And then we sat down, and then we saw how much time was left. It's it's only been 10 minutes.
I've never actually been to a trampoline park. What all goes into it? I mean, a trampoline, sure, but
Trampolining.
Yeah, and they have little obstacle course things where you like climb on. And they have that one thing where it has like these 2 poles that spin around and you jump over it.
Mm-hmm.
Stripper pole.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The rotating thing.
Yeah, the rotating thing.
You're basically on a trampoline above a blender.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
What are you doing, babe?
I'm
Hearing a lot of noise.
I'm sorry. The someone just came to our door. I guess Sarah didn't notice.
No.
Which was weird because it's 6:15 here. So I was like, what the heck? It's something I bought myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it the thing?
No, it's not that
okay.
thing, but it's the other the thing. So a lot of people noticed that I didn't get a lot of Zootopia stuff for Christmas. The
Did you
truth of it
remedy
is,
that?
is it's because I had already purchased it all. So,
You already bought everything.
yeah, I bought this really cool figurine that shopdisney.com has, and I've been like begging for this kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
wish we had webcam right now. It's a semi-perfect unboxing at the moment. I apologize out there to everyone.
I'm looking up the artist and also the figurine itself.
So good.
So I can link it so people can see what it looks like. Let's see.
Oh, they got her curves perfectly.
Zootopia Shop Disney.
Oh boy, this guy,
Ah.
this dude.
Yeah.
You know, you got.
It's the Jim Shore.
Do I?
It's by the Jim Shore artist that does a lot of Disney figurines. And I'm linking it now. Whoops. Yes. Not in the right tab, though.
A lot of people may have seen them around when Zootopia came out. They had a big like statue that was set up of Judy and Nick kind of leaning against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need that.
Well, now you have something close to it.
Oh no, now it's that. That's what it is. It's just a smaller version.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah told me I couldn't get the big version.
Well, you probably couldn't afford it.
Well, thanks for coming out to the semi-perfect podcast.
It was just for the unboxing of the figure.
We know.
Oh yes. Okay. Sorry. So you guys went out. I know that I want to give a shout out to Jaxblade for actually driving out to you guys because apparently
That's
he
a
doesn't
heck
like
of a drive, isn't it?
He hates doing it. Yeah.
It's 5 hours.
Yeah, big whoop. That's what I actually did on New Year's as well, because I did not spend New Year's with Sarah.
Yeah.
How good of a fiance I am. I actually was out at a racetrack on New Year's Day covering an event with Tommy, and so baby Tom and we drove out to Antioch, California, which is a 5.5 hour drive. And yeah, so I spent New Year's in a unknown neighborhood with people I didn't know, and I walked out. It was actually kind of cool though, because usually I'm the one who's like making all the noise, but because we were just in this neighborhood, I decided to just walk out and be quiet and just listen to see like, all right, when is it going to be New Year's? And it's really cool just kind of hearing all the noises start to build up, and you hear everyone start going nuts, and then the M4s start going off. Oh yeah.
Wait, M4 like the assault rifle, or
Hopefully not.
No, like those big old Chinese fireworks. They were shaking the house. But it was fun. It was different. I do wish I could have been with Sarah on that night. Sarah, what did you do for New Year's?
For New Year's night, I don't think I really did much of anything except just chill. But New Year's Day, I did do a live stream of The Long Dark, my survival playthrough. So it wasn't that interesting, but it was just a thing for me to just keep busy.
Nice. Nice. And then PanamaMatt, what were you up to?
Oh, my girlfriend was in town. We went up to LA, took the train up there, went to the Griffith Observatory, spent the day tootling around up there. Took a bike ride, ate out at a couple of local restaurants. You know, just kind of had a really nice, relaxing week off. Felt great. I needed it.
Nice. Now, what was going back to it? The group with Saber, Laura, Hero, and Paleo, and Jax played. Jax actually did a vlog of their get together. I enjoyed watching that. But I don't know if I missed it, but in his vlog, did he actually show when New Year's happens?
I don't think so.
What the hell, Jax Blade? Like,
I mean, we were really whatever though about like it turned, and then we're like,
Are you serious?
Another ride on this planet. Let's do it.
Well, I guess that explains. I was like, I was really feeling like the most important part of this vlog was left out, but I guess you guys were just sitting around watching cartoons and went, oh, hey.
I mean,
check it out.
I mean, kinda.
Well, cool. Speaking of watching cartoons, I know that today, I think, was it today that the My Little Pony DVD release?
oh, is it?
It was this week. I know that. I've seen people posting. Oh, speaking of, I didn't do food posts. My bad.
Yes.
I like how I remembered to tell everyone about the hashtag, but I forgot to actually look at the food posts. I'm good at this. SPP Foods. It's got to be trending right now, right? So, Saber, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What was the last thing you ate in 2017?
I don't know. How about you? What was the last thing you ate?
I asked the question and immediately tried to think of what it was. I know we drove up. Oh, you know what it was? It was I had a prime rib steak.
That's a good way to close it out.
Yeah. We went to this since we were driving up north. We stopped at this like pea soup place, and they had New Year's Eve specials. And yeah, I was like, I'm gonna splurge.
I read this story about how this guy on death row in Texas, they're like, what's your last meal? And he's like, I want this steak. I want this ice cream scooped this way. I want this pie baked this way, specifically. He had like a list of like a dozen things he wanted like professionally done. And it was like lobster and surf and turf and all this magnificent food. And then the day came where he's like, okay, here it is. And he's like, I'm not hungry. And it's like, that guy apparently ruined it to where now everybody's on death row. It's like, you can have the steak, the chicken, or the fish, all right?
Here's your mac and cheese.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I'm sure the guys there were like, well, at least we can pick off what he didn't want.
The last time Tommy and I went on this road trip last year, they always have this event on New Year's Day. And last time we did this, we decided to drive up and drive home on the same day. And that was, I felt bad because Tommy's the one who does the driving. So for me, I'm like, I'll stay awake, and I'm knocked out in like 30 minutes. But we decided to stop. It was like the only place we could find open that year. It was a Wiener Schnitzel. And they're like, hey.
A what?
Wiener Schnitzel. Do you not have those?
Just a wiener.
We do not have them down in the southeast.
What?
Really good cheap chili dogs.
I thought you meant it was actually wieners.
Quality food that you guys are missing out on. They're 10-cent chili and I think, I don't know. But we got this thing. They have these family packs that are available, and we're like, oh, we'll get that. It comes with like 5 of each thing. Well, we were kind of idiots because it came with, 5 chili cheese dogs, 5 chili cheese burgers, and we're like, nice. It also came with 5 chili cheese fries, and then the kicker, it came with 5 drinks. And we're like,
before the year was
Yeah, really.
it was glorious, but at the same time, we're like, oh shoot, we only have 4 cup holders in this car. Actually, no, he has 2.
That's the problem.
That was Yeah. So speaking of food, I see that Railroad Bronies, they posted lemonade with popcorn that's yet to be popped while watching the SPP. Thank you for tuning in. We got Nor Mermaid with one of her classic cupcakes. As she says, I'm having a cupcake to help me get through my first week of classes. Oh, school.
Hang in there. You've got a lot more weeks left.
She said she made it in the nick of time.
Beginning.
Capitalize the end, which tells me Nick Wilde. Yes, indeed. Jory says, "Look who's back! Back tonight with spaghetti with ground beef, a Pepsi Max, and the MLP movie I got in the mail."
Nice.
Wow. You got his already? Mine just said it just shipped. It'll be here on Friday.
I haven't pre-ordered mine yet.
I mean, it's out now. I can't pre-order it.
Shut up. Ross Pitt says, "I got cheesecake in commemoration for my boy Cake Slayer, who cannot be here tonight, as well as milk, the perfect drink." We also
getting your dairy input today. I like it.
And then Achieve Hunter 1 posts a cup of noodles and a napkin.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not even out of the package.
They're not.
You're just gonna eat them like that?
We have uncooked popcorn.
Cardboard and all.
Or unpopped popcorn.
A lot of unprepared food.
Yeah. All right.
That's it for the food posts. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody.
So thank you all for your submissions. I do see a couple that I don't know why this one. I didn't see this one, but I see he hashtagged it. Drummer Shy posted a picture of cake. I don't know why that one didn't show up on the.
Yeah, let me check my notifications.
But yes, Drummer Shy with the cake. So that's good too. So yeah, again, Happy New Year to everybody here tuning in. I wanted to mention one thing, especially like within the MLP fandom, is that there's a lot of content creation that goes on, and a lot of the stuff falls like under my radar as far as like seeing a lot of stuff, partially just because I'm so busy. But I checked out some of those, like, you know, people like to make those compilation videos of like videos from 2017.
Yeah.
And 2017 was a heck of a year for like content. Like a lot of animations apparently were made throughout this year and stuff. So good job,
That's becoming some good stuff. There was a panel about the computer animation stuff at EQLA. Some of the quality out there, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So I think should we jump into that topic now, Sarah?
Sure. The 5-character adventure?
Yeah, so why don't you set this up for us?
Okay. So last Semi-Perfect podcast, during our Q&A, we saw a very good question submitted by Digital Arrow on Twitter. Thank you, Digital Arrow. And the question was, what are 5 characters that you would bring along on an adventure? Any fictional character. So yeah, we all really liked that question, but we didn't exactly have enough time to answer it, so we decided to have this as a topic for this episode. So does anybody want to share theirs first? No?
Sure.
Okay, Matt. What's your list?
First and foremost, got to start off with MacGyver. Because seriously, any adventure, you're in good hands.
Yeah.
And he's got the moves.
Wow.
Now, the guy that's got the
Wait,
moves,
no, that's Mick Jagger.
Why did you?
got the moves like Jack.
Why did you bite?
He's got the move. Damn it.
Wait,
You
was
didn't have to
that
fight it
bait?
all.
Damn it.
I couldn't tell if it was like bait or if he was just being an idiot.
Wow, it was bait for sure. It was definitely bait.
Oh, you a nice friend.
Why did that have to be the only 2 options? There was no gray area there, Paleo. Damn it. Okay, so we got MacGyver. Why?
MacGyver, yeah.
He said why.
Fuck this podcast.
It's yours.
Second up, we got James Bond.
Nice.
third, kind of a mix of the two, probably Michael Weston from the show Burn Notice. If any of you haven't seen it,
No clue what that is.
it was a show on USA. If you get that channel.
Matt,
What?
what's the
I just like the SNL sketch where they're talking about Burn Notice and they have just have no idea what it's about.
what's the objective? What's the adventure exactly?
I don't know, but with those three guys, I'm covered.
So what are the other two?
This is where I ran into some issues because I got Mr. Peabody from the Peabody and Sherman movie. I also got a character from a comic strip, Fergus from Citizen Dog.
Yeah.
But I think I would probably take, and then there was also possibly Obi-Wan from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'll go with Fergus from Citizen Dog and Yoda.
Nice.
Force Ghost or regular, either way.
So okay. So now I'm trying to think of a scenario for Matt.
Now Matt's gonna look like an adult compared to me.
Mundane is going to.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Just wait, Hero. Just wait.
So,
Interesting.
who goes next?
Do you want to go, Paleo?
Sure, I'll go.
Or do you guys want to rip into my choices a bit?
Well,
No, I think your choices are good. I just feel like a baby compared to you now.
I mean,
Well,
Matt, what do you?
I gotta confess, my girlfriend, I floated this by her to see what she would pick, and I was trying to figure it out. Her first instant reaction was MacGyver.
Yeah.
And it just became so clear after that yes, that is number one, and the rest just kind of flowed from it.
Do you think any of those personalities would clash?
You know, I think MacGyver and Michael Weston would probably get along pretty well. Bond would just be off in whatever bar was nearby, or off in whatever hotel.
Sounds like Emmett Larson.
Yoda can kind of just hang with himself, and you know, if you're going on an adventure, bring a dog along. So I think it'll work out all right.
Okay. All right, Paleo.
Yeah. So, I'll start out with two characters that are a pair. Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, because they're pretty much already experienced in adventuring, and also they would be great comic relief.
It's actually a really good, a great answer is Jake and Finn. That's great. Like Jake's very handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his stretchy powers would come in handy a lot.
I feel like Paleo like just searched the word adventure, and all of a sudden Adventure Time pops up, and he's like, oh yeah, okay.
No, but like Adventure Time is like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
But then Link, because he has a very good equipment set.
Mm-hmm.
Which equipment are we talking about?
You know, like hook shot and sword and like.
Oh, that stuff. Kind of equipment.
Yeah, that kind of equipment.
My bad.
This way.
And I would say Kirby, because just to have like one really overpowered character there, because Kirby is actually very overpowered.
Yeah, why only have one though? If you're going big, go big.
If you're going big, go home.
Yeah, if you're going big, go home.
Yeah.
Get out.
And then I was thinking about it. Now I was just listening to the song from Half Genie Hero earlier today, so I'm gonna choose Shantae.
Nice.
She's
now who's Shantae?
Banger, dude.
Is that what?
Yes.
Maybe.
Wait, I couldn't quite hear you. Did you say that the song he was talking about is a banger, or did you say he wants to bang her?
Answer, Hero.
Yeah,
I'll choose which one.
Matt, that's
happier.
Shantae. It's a video game character.
Ah, gotcha. Thank you. Hey,
By the way, just as we continue on this topic, I want to welcome to the show Black Griffin.
Hi, Black Griffin.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
How's everyone doing?
We're living.
Are
We're
you
doing well.
good?
Are you recovering?
Wait, recovering from what?
You sounded a little hoarse.
Haha.
My Little Pony.
Wow.
Damn it.
Actually, I'm not sick, but I did have a big excursion. I was in San Diego for the weekend, and then drove all the way back through London and such. So my voice is a little, but I'm not sick, so I'm good.
You came to Southern California. You didn't say hi.
Actually, you know what's real funny?
Really loud.
Consider this. Gabe was in California for the weekend. I was in Arizona for this weekend.
I do. Why do we keep doing that?
I don't. I don't know. Maybe we'll have the stars align at some point.
Mayhap. Maybe at the end of January or something.
But yeah, we right now we're going over the topic. It came up last podcast as far as what 5 characters would you want with you on an adventure? And we've heard a couple. Paleo, did you make it through all of yours?
Yeah, but I wanted to make a point is that
Do it.
yeah, so Finn and Jake, Shantae and Link and Kirby, and I think it would be hilarious because Finn, Jake, and Shantae can talk, but Link and Kirby are basically mute.
That's so funny, yeah.
They talked in the CDI game.
They don't have to be ponies then.
I'm going with like overpowered Link from one of the
Any other Zelda.
That would
Any
be a
other
great
Zelda.
round of charades.
Do I get? Has everyone's?
Oh no, we just
No,
started.
no.
Oh, good.
If you need some
if you
time
want
to
some time
think,
to
someone
think.
else can share.
Yeah.
No. How about Laura? Do you have yours?
No.
Does Saber have his?
Yes, I do.
He does.
Well, something you guys are doing incorrectly right now is not setting up the adventure properly, because that kind of determines the characters. I'm just being honest.
Oh, I don't know.
They
I take
just asked like
I take mine on any.
No, you're all
that wasn't even part of the question though.
Saber, tell me an
No.
adventure.
I'm gonna talk because I want to share my adventure. So I wrote down. I wrote down my adventure. I'm working on a thumbnail for video, and then I have my thank you cards. All right, so stop looking at it.
Why? You're about to say it. He's like all nervous because he wrote it down and I'm reading it and he's like, "Don't look at it." Everybody.
Like show and tell. Like, what is this?
I don't know.
The adventure that comes to mind that like is just a good like adventure is like going to like Mount Doom. I think that's a pretty good one to start off with.
Whoa. Okay.
It's a good starter adventure.
It is though.
Yeah.
That's a quest.
Well, it's not like the two aren't mutually exclusive. But like I figured like okay, so like we mentioned the question to Laura's roommate. He's like, oh, it'd be good to have like a D&D composition almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool too. But I kind of want to have like people who are good adventurers who have experience, have a lot to offer. So the first one that comes to mind is of course is Gandalf because he went to Mount Doom and he's a good leader, has magic. But he's not the kind of person where he'd hog the limelight. Because when Gandalf went with the Fellowship, I mean, he knew he had to hold back because he had to like let these folks also learn to become, individuals and strong and become better, people. I want that for my adventure. I don't want someone to hog it all. Like I could pick Goku, but where's the fun? Next person I pick is Uncle Iroh from Avatar. Being
Nice.
wise and a very powerful firebender and also a tea connoisseur.
He'll always have tea. That's
Yeah.
important.
It sounds like Saber's adventure is self-betterment because you got 2 like epic teachers with you right now.
Well, I'm about to level it out because I have somebody who's going to come along who will be kind of like offer some entertainment. 'Cause I don't want a bunch of like nurturing grandpas that teach me the entire time.
I do.
But I picked Scrooge McDuck.
He's a nurture grandpa.
I was
Because
about to pick him.
Oh yeah, he teaches life lessons too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's also a bit of a crabby butt. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like that he's kind of like you're like we have to find the one ring. Oh, that's not a problem. But still,
You're a really bad person to have if you're trying to destroy the ring.
maybe not. Well, I don't know. He kind of knows the significance of this might be a
My
problem.
money.
My money. Next person I picked is Samurai Jack. Kind of the GPS guy who
Good call. Good
kind of
call.
younger along with me, where we're not again surrounded by a bunch of grandpas. And then the last person I'd bring along is All Might from My Hero Academia because he's just a good guy, and
He's dead.
I want a dad to be there to also foster me. So, yeah. You got my team of grandpas and dads ready to help me out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want a chick, but I couldn't really think of I'm like maybe Lapis, but she's a little bit unstable.
You're only bringing her Steam
No,
making fun of
no,
Paleo.
no.
Yeah, Shantae's actually had adventure experience.
Yeah, well, Lapis hasn't.
What has Lapis done? Been stuck in a mirror?
That's why I haven't picked her.
You know, it takes
She flaked out on Peridot, so fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, see, she wouldn't be reliable at all.
But if you want a female adventurer, maybe like Samus, would be fantastic.
Yeah, the thing about Samus, though, is that she's pretty much a loner, so she'd probably go out on her ways, like, just to get you.
This fat 30-year-old slung me down. I'm long out.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's my group.
That's why I didn't choose Samus. I chose Shantae instead.
Just smart, or I'm trying to think of some other female adventurers. I'm kind of bring Mercy support.
I bring.
I was gonna say that.
I'm 100% bring.
Legit,
Mercy.
bring Mercy. Actually, you have you know what you want her. Okay, Laura is
Actually, gonna Mercy. I'm writing them down right now, and Mercy was on my list.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good call.
No, the
Now
smart.
I'm taking her
You
off.
can literally have a team of like Diva for tank, Sombra, Anna, Mercy, and I don't know.
Yeah.
There needs to be a cook Overwatch character, someone who makes
No.
good food.
That'd be so good.
I want to make a change to my list.
Too late.
I want to cross out Samurai Jack, who's great, but I want to cross him out and bring Samurai's Gamgee because he can cook.
Oh yeah.
So why don't you just bring like Chef Boyardee?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I have a cook on my team, too. Jake can cook.
Should have brought Swedish Chef.
There you go.
I brought this up, but I realized that my list has no like food people. So
I'm sorry.
Grace,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
cook,
box
right?
of like Gandalf telling the battle argument. You will not pass.
I'm
And,
sure MacGyver can do it. Oh wait, no, that was
yeah,
Matt's
they're all in the
list.
background. or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
Yeah, you
God.
can pass. Miss Piggy like backing up Gandalf.
Hiya!
as she's running in her high heels. So Laura, did you say your list was ready?
No.
Okay, still coming together. Should I do mine?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So my adventure when I was thinking about the people I wanted with me.
Bugs Bunny, Judy Hopps, Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
Awful.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roger Rabbit.
So the
First name framed.
adventure. Oh dear.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is for some reason I envision like, okay, if I got like stuck on a secluded island, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first person I would have there with me would be a big surprise, but Judy Hopps.
No.
No.
I know, guys. I know, but because like she could really hold her own in a fight. She's
Own.
perfect. So, and even her imperfections make her that much better.
The
So
racism?
yeah,
You're not Fox, it's fine.
yes.
the Predator.
But then I
Everyone's a
also
little bit
would
racist
bring
sometimes.
along in my group Nick Wilde.
So boring.
No, hear me out. Now there's a reason, right? We're on this island, right? What better than to have those two there to be able to better their relationship and realize that they're lovers.
Gonna
Now,
just let them eat him.
We need three other options. Could Judy and Nick will have babies, and that would conclude their.
you have me all figured out, Saber. All three of their children.
It's Bang 'em Up Island.
Yeah. Well, that's why. For my next group, or part of my group, I'm gonna bring Chip from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, because he'll be able
Don't
to.
say Gadget Hack Wrench next.
because he'll be able to get up and get like food on trees and stuff. And then I'll also bring Gadget Hackers. So those two can get their relationship on. Who?
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen's for me.
Wow.
No. No,
the talking mouse. Wow.
The last one I was gonna bring, and this is probably the only one that you guys might actually approve of on my list, is Indiana Jones.
Is Scrooge? It's Scrooge from the Muppet Christmas Carol.
No, it's Indiana Jones because he's real good at it.
He'll actually help you. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for the crystal stone.
Like,
But
I could just see Indiana Jones like carrying everybody through the whole adventure.
Literally.
Like all your characters are small enough except for you to like for him to just
I'm
carry.
small.
Well, okay, I guess
Except
Indiana
for
Jones
you.
could probably carry you.
He carries me like a maiden who's just here. Yes. Yeah. So that's my list, and that's how I'm gonna survive on my secluded island is rooting these characters on to do good things to each other.
You know, you gotta have something to keep you motivated.
Is it sad that in this whole adventure, like, this literally was my list, and it wasn't until, like, right before I presented it that I realized how much my list just involved me pairing up characters?
There is nothing wrong with that.
I'm not gonna survive.
Your last predator,
But
so
life
he can
will
have
go
a
on.
child too.
A predator.
Does adventure necessarily mean that there's some sort of peril, though? I
No.
took it that way,
Thank
but
you.
it doesn't necessarily by definition.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I prepared for an adventure being any of the above. You know,
Right.
a
Yeah,
Mountain Dew
like
or a
Saber,
casual thing.
Saber, you said you weren't that we weren't setting up the adventure right when you didn't even set up an adventure.
Where's your adventure, Paleo?
There wasn't any prop for the question.
Gabe, go on. What's your thing? Tell us.
Okay,
I'm just saying
Shut up,
that you
Paleo.
said that we weren't doing it properly when you didn't even set up one.
He
Okay,
said
so-
Mount Doom.
Oh
In
yeah,
my
that's right. Never
mind-
mind.
this is
Never mind,
a
I'm dumb.
perilous adventure, or a potentially perilous adventure. You know, so like we're going to Disney, but we have to drive through the deep south. So anyway, so I have what?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, black is extra difficult.
I'm black and it's close enough. So,
Shut up.
Wow.
Going through the deep south.
We
not
don't
around
take
these parts.
kindly to adventurers around here. You down, Skeeter.
Y'all just could have been doing along.
so I think I would have Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, nice.
Because
We're watching that right
dragons,
now.
they're awesome and you can just fly. I actually have oars on this Stitch or Toothless, and that's probably just because they're both Chris Sanders movies, and so the characters remind me of each other. And they're both powerful and they have their advantages, and they're both adorable.
Yes.
Then I have Master Chief, and I figure that I get a 2-for-1 there because he probably comes with Cortana.
And
No
on.
pun intended. And then
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I have
I like that.
I have a Sentima from One Punch Man. Or Mercy.
How dare you?
Wait, what did you say?
It's like
Satima?
Yeah, however
Who is that?
Kick him out of the podcast like, right now. Like he's no longer welcome here. Oh, is this like a pod racer from Star Wars?
True story. I was sitting here
speaking of
going,
Star Wars,
No,
I would have Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You
not as good as Saitama.
Yes, the Ewan
though.
McGregor version. Yes, I have that actually specifically written down in parentheses.
It's gonna be Christopher Robin in a movie this year.
What?
Yeah.
You
I hope
You're
he's,
right
like,
about
wearing,
one
like,
thing, Winnie the
corduroys.
Pooh. The negotiations were about honey.
God damn it.
And then for my fifth, I have either Twilight or Rainbow Dash, because, you know, ponies.
Twilight. Well, you're the
Rainbow
first
Dash.
person who's brought up a pony.
Why would you say or like why no why would you even think about bringing Twilight? over Rainbow Dash.
She's way
Well,
more.
mostly
Never
because
played
of
Rainbow
the
Dash
kind of
over Twilight.
stigma surrounding my character, but also because she's magic.
No, but she'll like freak out about it and then be like, "Oh, there's no books
That's
to read
true.
about how to get out of the situation." Where Rainbow Dash is just like, "I'm awesome," and then she's awesome,
Yeah, but
and then
And that's her whole story.
you
arc.
guys could hit it off, you know, and be good friends.
Mhm.
I definitely am leaning toward Rainbow Dash, but I felt like I had that before, but-
Twilight has better stuff.
Oh, like what?
Oh,
And she has much better stuff.
More better stuff.
much
I
more
mean,
better.
Like magic.
She's got better skills. That's what I was gonna.
She's got a tighter schedule.
Skill set.
That's true.
She got plumper ideas.
Oh,
All right. Well, Sarah, what about you?
Okay. So I had a lot of trouble putting together a list, and I think it was because I think I was taking it a little too seriously, and I think I also ran into the same problem that I think Race did, where like there was a lot of characters that have significant others, and I would feel bad if they were separated, if they went on an adventure, if one of them went on an adventure with me and one didn't. So I decided to not really go a too serious route, but still do a compilation of characters that I would actually quite enjoy doing an adventure with. And let me know if you get a pattern out of this list. Okay, first, K2SO from Rogue One.
I love him.
Yeah. Second, Zenyatta from Overwatch.
Nice.
3, Wheatley from Portal 2.
I'm not quite getting
You
anything.
like
here.
robots.
Yeah. 4, Johnny 5 from Short Circuit.
Oh my god, they are just
And 5, Link 17 also from Overwatch, but he's only in they are only in the comics, but they are also a robot. So yes.
You're the cyborg squad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're all
Wait,
guys.
Matt, are you the one?
Oh my god, Sarah and the Bro Boys. That's really good.
Yes.
I came up with that. Steven's taking credit for it.
I did not take any credit for it. I said what you said. But it was my idea. Sarah and the Bro Boys. I like that.
Yep.
New band name.
All right, well, how about you, Hirosashii?
I didn't come up with a prompt like you did. I just came up with like people that I would enjoy hanging out with, but also if there is some kind of situation where I need to be protected, people that could totally do so. So trying to find that balance. And also I kind of went with a tank healer 3 DPS kind of deal because I'm a gigantic nerd. But Hekapoo from Star vs. The Forces of Evil.
Nice.
She'd be my rogue. I'm not gonna tell you what each class is, but Starlight Glimmer from Ponies. I think she's like super fun to hang out with.
Is awesome, even if she's a totally forced character.
Yes.
She's
She gets
getting better.
divorced?
Divorced character.
Oh, I thought you said she has the Force.
No, I said she's a forced character, and then I thought someone else said that she was divorced.
Divorced.
Now I'm thinking of Divorce Force.
That would be a great name for a law firm, Divorce Force.
Divorce
like
Force Horse.
Sounds like a divorce show for real. Oh my god. Number 3 is Rock Lee from Naruto, just because I love him as a character. He's so super cool and super inspirational. Number 4 is Bolin because I need a tank, and I think the defenders were like built to be tanks. And
That's why I'm
also,
Master Chief.
also if it gets cold, he can. Actually, somebody hasn't seen Korra. I don't want to spoil that. If it gets cold, he can help me. There you go.
Red X in the chat says, "Use the divorce, Luke."
What a childish list you have there, Hirosashii, compared
I
to
know.
some of our adult lists.
I like the choice of Bolin. On one of my other lists that I was trying to make, I did put Avatar Kyoshi, because I mean,
Kyoshi's super cool. I want to know more about her for real.
Cha.
I wouldn't mind like a two episode special on her. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
But last one, I don't know how many people know this, but Nanachi from Maiden Abyss, she's gonna be my healer.
Nice.
She's a little rabbit thing, like sorta.
Rabbit things are nice. All right, Laura.
By the way, you should know you kind of just shoved the chat off into a bunch of Star Wars divorce puns.
Yeah.
I've been watching. It's hilarious.
Do you
Star
have,
Wars
do you
Revenge
have
of the
any
X.
bit of a list at this point?
Choose now.
I mean, the ones that like immediately come to mind are like Samwise from Lord of the Rings
Mhm.
and like Mercy,
Mhm.
and
Wise
probably
choice.
Twilight, because like she's stupid powerful.
Heck yeah. Bro hoof.
I don't know. Only at 3.
Well, what? Real? I can't. I mean, if you forfeit 2 characters, can you just get like money or supplies in place of them?
I mean, I do
It's on a
that.
deserted island.
Yeah, that's all I got right now, off the top of my head.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. It was a strong 3 to start.
Oh, thank you. But I'm actually probably gonna sneak out because I gotta work early in the morning. So.
Oh no.
I was just gonna make a quick comment that I think the reason Samwise seems like such a good option for people is they're like, if I get tired on the journey, he'll just
Yeah.
Well,
He'll
he's
just-
also like crazy loyal, so you know he's
Yeah,
always
that's a
got
good
back.
thing.
Frodo. What if you were more of a Gollum character?
Well, then what? Why are you being awful?
I pick Samwise Gamgee. I pick Bob from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Rudy. I pick all the same
Oh, wow, just all him.
Sean Astin.
And Sean Austin.
All right, so Laura's gonna sign off. I'm gonna call back on my phone. I'm gonna head back to my apartment, and then I'll join on my computer there. So be right back.
All right.
Bye.
Everybody.
Have a good life.
Bye.
I always forget that they live close to each other now because I'm always like, drive home like in 4 hours. You're gonna be
4.
long do you
I
think it's-
tried like 8.
hold gas. Yeah. So cool. Good topic. That was fun. It was a neat. Sarah, I know that. Did we have a couple other topics we wanted to hit up?
Well, I mean, we did talk about some of the movies that we watched last time, but there was one movie. But we've seen Star Wars, but I don't know. I think the people that most wanted to talk about Star Wars are gone now. So.
I just thought of a topic. It's not the most cheery topic, and in fact, I think Paleo, you guys may have discussed this on your podcast, but a very kind of interesting situation popped up in the last 2 weeks, and a lot of us here are YouTubers, which is why I'm bringing this up.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are. What?
I said, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so a lot of people may have heard about this, but I gained a subscriber yesterday.
No.
Yes.
God, no way.
Hell yeah, guys.
I'll
High fives.
never hear the
High
end of it
five.
now.
The downside is that it was.
He's trying to help you, setting this up, and
Yeah, I was. And then
Not
I totally
happening.
blanked because that's good though that I know if I look up PewDiePie, all his last videos have been about him. So.
Pootie.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, so kind of an interesting situation.
Logan Paul.
Where Logan Paul uploaded, for those that don't know, basically just one of those YouTubers out there who has a lot of subscribers. We're talking in the
15
millions,
million.
in lots of millions, and he went out to Japan, and this is a topic like I won't sit too long on this topic because I know it's been discussed probably to death at this point, but I haven't talked with you guys about it, so I'm just kind of curious to hear some of your input. But essentially, this guy went to Japan. It was basically like, it reminded me of like jackass, basically. You know, he's going around,
Yeah.
kind of disturbing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Screwing with
The
locals.
thing is, like with Jackass, they were like pretty much destroying themselves, not other people.
Right. Yeah. And so they were going around just screwing around with a lot of people, and then of course the big thing, they ended up going into a suicide forest, or the suicide forest, which I never knew something like this existed until this situation came up. To which I spent like a couple hours just looking up information on this stuff, going like, whoa.
It's famous in Japan.
Yeah, it's just that concept to me is crazy. But of course, the big mistake here that Logan made was when he went into the forest, they found a body and decided, hey, we're gonna. I actually personally haven't seen the video. I don't know if any of you guys have.
I did. I saw it. Before it got taken down, I did.
So you'd know a little bit better about what happened in that video. I just saw basically like a silent version of it. And
he went, just to summarize, he went into the forest. They came across someone who had hung themselves. They had the, 0.5% decency to blur the face. But that's about all the decency they had. They cracked jokes about it. He was like, whoa, dude, seriously, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then he's like, what, you never stood next to a dead guy before? And he started laughing.
Yeah.
It was completely... I mean, I'd expect nothing less from him. And honestly, the fact that, people are shocked actually surprises me, because clearly, if you watch any of his content, it's pretty obvious the kind of person that he is. But, I don't know, a bunch of people it, and so then he took it down, but then people were mostly mad that YouTube didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, because YouTube didn't do shit. Because they and people are really angry about it. I just saw that Philip DeFranco posted a video on Twitter talking about the YouTube's tweet today.
Yes, and that's why I was bringing this up today.
Well, hold up. What did YouTube say exactly?
YouTube basically gave like the politician apology, where they're like, we'll definitely look into further consequences.
Yeah, wait, here's what the tweet says. It says, we expect more of the creators who build their community on YouTube, as we're sure you do too. The channel violated our community guidelines. We acted accordingly, and we are looking at further consequences.
They didn't do anything. He took it out.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I posted that Sailor Moon thing.
Wait, he's making a lot of money for himself, and for YouTube, they're not going to shut him down. And he knows that. He's got immunity.
It's interesting because, like, I think Philip Franco also said, like, YouTube was so quick to throw PewDiePie under the bus, to go, fuck him, we're done with it.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the next person. And also PewDiePie didn't really cooperate with, I think, the direction they wanted to go in. Because PewDiePie it's so weird, because he's the number one, the biggest YouTuber out there.
Yeah, he's near like 60 million subs now.
Yeah, but he goes by the beat of his own drum. Like, he's not like, hey guys, what's up, it's PewDiePie here, gonna talk about, it's like, no, he's kind of, I think he's gotten to the point of success where he's so sick of it.
Yeah, he just does whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
I actually used to hate PewDiePie. I like him better now. I don't know if that's just because of all the crap that he went through, or I root for the underdog. And I guess he's hardly an underdog. But I feel sorry for the way that...
You can be big and still be an underdog if everyone's against you.
Yeah.
Well, because it's weird because, like, there's this section of YouTube that's like the hipster, like, mainstream one. The people who do the makeup tutorials, the ones like the Logan Pauls and the Jake Pauls and the Rice Gum and all that stuff. The folks who are like, they comply with the overlords at YouTube and keep the money grubbers happy, versus folks like Philip DeFranco, who will like rock the boat and actively call people out. Because Paleo and I were talking about that, how Philip has never been Philip. What's his name again? Philip
DeFranco. Yeah,
I'm
you had it right the first
sillier.
In the middle of saying his name, I forgot his name. He's never been called up for YouTube Rewind, despite his massive growth and his presence online. Like, his videos consistently break like over 1 million subscribers, or 1 million views every day. So yeah, it's just, I find it bizarre. YouTube absolutely plays favorites, and they're kind of shameless about it.
Yeah,
well, of course they do.
Yeah, I made this point on the POS podcast because when the whole thing went over with the Wall Street Journal and the PewDiePie thing, because YouTube like canceled season 2 of PewDiePie's show on YouTube Red when that happened, when the Wall Street Journal thing happened. A lot of people think it happened when the N-word thing came out with the stream, but actually it happened way before that. Like his show was canceled way before that happened.
I find it funny that YouTube was like, he said the N-word, cancel the show, versus like a corpse hanging in the forest. Like, it's all right.
Yeah. The thing is, like, they didn't even cancel the show for him saying the N-word. Like I said, that happened way after the fact.
Well, I know, but it's easier to throw under the bus for that too. They go, oh yeah, and this. Which, by the way, I'm not saying like both things are bad. Like, you know, saying bad expletives like that, offensive. No, it's not gonna fly. But also like corpse hanging in the forest. And
like they're not exactly like the same level of bad.
The problem comparing the two is if I recall correctly, or what you're discussing with like the PewDiePie thing, that was something that happened. You said on a live stream, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it was like whoop, there that went. Where it's like this, I think the issue a lot of people have had is the fact that it's not like
edited video.
Yeah, it's not like it was Facebook Live. It was like, we filmed it.
They consciously decided to put it up, and like multiple people are involved.
And here's the main thing I think that kind of rubs the salt in the wound of it all. Like, this is like the ultimate like slap to the face to the rest of YouTube, and this is why I think they're upset. Everyone else is getting demonetized.
Like everybody is like furious.
Like there's people like Arlo, who's like the most innocent, like Christian, but like
family friendly. Like Arlo is the most family friendly video game channel there.
And Review Brawl, you know, the guy who does the food reviews, and he's like got his suit and he's reviewing water. You know, he's the most innocent cinnamon bun ever. He's done a great job and has maintained a level of coolness, collectiveness, and cleanliness. And he's getting demonetized. And it's like, YouTube, what the actual fuck is going on? This guy's got a corpse. He's got a corpse in the video. Why?
And in the thumbnail. He put it in the thumbnail of the video.
What he did. And I get. Like, there's some people that I even see it now in the chat where, you know, it's like, oh, but, you know, like, he has editors, he has this, he has that. It's like, you cannot convince me that he didn't approve that video before it went up.
And, like, you would think that one of the editors would be like,
no,
maybe you shouldn't do this.
Yeah, where was everybody's conscience with this?
Well, either they didn't care or they confronted it and they said, whatever, let's move forward. Which, I honestly, God, think he's not that stupid. Like, he might be. But I think he was like, no, we can get away with this. Go for it. It's gonna be shocking. Let's do it. It's gonna be big. And keep in mind that this stuff didn't start to actually go after him until the day after. So the video was up there with like, I think it had like a 90% like ratio, and it's like, that's really bad that your
because like his audience is basically children.
Kids. Dumb kids.
Yes, and he's going to continue to have his audience because he's like flashy colors for someone with ADD. Oh, look at me moving around and
kids also don't have like a moral code exactly just yet. They're still growing, and like, okay, so a person who I like to watch is
nobody.
iDubbbz. Oh. iDubbbz brought the hammer down and basically crunched his channel, but he also did it recently to RiceGum, who's also like another person who's kind of like the Logan Paul of YouTube, just that general shitty person who of a naive audience that's willing to believe in this person because they're like, I'm part of the squad, so of course I love them. I'll accept what you have to say no matter what, not question it.
Yeah.
I hit somebody, they see some kind of decrease. The RiceGum, like, he made like 6 or 7 videos and profit off of that, no problem. So it's.
I think the thing that bothered me the most about it just is that he clearly. I understand the business side of exploiting things to get views if it's not disrespecting someone's life, which is exactly what that was doing. He was literally probably very happy to find that body. I don't think he would have gone into the suicide forest if he wasn't hoping to find a body, by the way. He's like, the body, awesome, more views, more money. That is, and that came through to me crystal clear in his video, and it said to me the kind of person he is. Already kind of assumed, but it kind of solidified in my mind that he is completely self-serving and has no regard for anyone but himself. That is like my opinion. I could be wrong. Obviously, I don't know him, but you know, that's what that action says to me.
In a situation like this, like outside of all the stuff that led up to it, because like, yeah, you know, once the first video came to light, then a lot of other people looked at his other vlogs of Japan and went, well, here's how he disrespected people even up to that point. But I feel like the ball is still in one's court when it's like, okay, now is the time for you to fess up, be like, okay, I was wrong. You know, basically come clean. It's not going to make what you did okay, but it's the start to that recovery. But I feel like, and we've seen it with, you know, a lot of people, where you have that opportunity to basically start at least turning the corner or show, okay, maybe this person at least has like a little bit of remorse, or you make the wrong decision and you go way deeper into that hole. Yeah. And I think they managed to do that when he decided to monetize his apology video.
But it worked. It gave him attention. And honestly, at this point, any publicity is publicity. And I think he knows that. If he's nothing if not a good business guy. As far as
essentially, he did make money off of the whole deal. Like, I get the argument of like, you know, oh, it was, you know, I was trying to raise awareness, you know, for suicide and prevention and all that.
No, he wasn't. Since when was he trying to raise awareness for anything?
There's so many better ways to do it, guys. So many better ways. Yeah, what a situation. Sarah's the one who actually pointed that whole thing out to me, that it even was happening, because again, I was on the road from Antioch, and she was telling me, and I was just so like, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I found out through Tom Scott.
I really want someone like Phil DeFranco to sit down with Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, and like ask her, what the fuck's going on? What are you doing with the website? And why aren't you like actually disciplining creators that actually need the discipline, and then just demonetizing everybody else?
It seems so simple,
well, is it really
doesn't it?
YouTube's job to discipline people that post videos? I mean, yeah, understanding they have terms and conditions of use that they can terminate accounts for at their leisure.
Yeah.
I think the hate is being... granted, I haven't seen the video, and I haven't actually read enough to be fully comfortable with the full story, but basing it mostly off what I've heard here tonight and what I've heard as it's gone along, I think the anger is being misdirected at YouTube.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah, okay. Are they changing how they monetize? Yes. Are they changing a number of things that people may not be happy with? Yes, that's possible. This is not the catalyst to hate on YouTube. This is the catalyst to look at what was shown, how people are actually reacting to it, and I'm really curious to know what this guy's subscriber count's actually at.
It's 15 million.
Yeah. What was it? What was it, and what is it now? Have people actually unsubscribed because of it?
As far as I know, he hasn't really been hurting as far as subscriber goes.
If he hasn't been affected by it, if he has not seen any issues, and people don't see issues with it enough to not watch him, that speaks far more issues than YouTube being a problem.
Yeah. And also, I think to further what you're saying, a lot of YouTube's demonetization and stuff, that's their engine. That's not people seeking things out. I think the engine is damaged. I think it needs to be refined and fixed.
Very true.
But a lot of people are getting flagged and demonetized just because of the algorithm finding things. And honestly, you wouldn't know unless that video was run by now. I'm sure with the amount of views he gets, he actually has people from YouTube screening his videos, but still.
The thing is, why people are mad at YouTube is that this is something that's been bubbling up for like the past like few years.
Listening
that people have been frustrated with the site.
It sounds like it based on what y'all have been saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think where it's not necessarily saying their direct action just with this situation is what everyone's mad about. It's more of a okay, here's another example, and this is a big example of how when an issue arises, it you know, it's like where's the action? Like with the demonetization stuff, like Gabe was saying, it's more of it's something that there's not like individuals sitting at a computer going, no, this isn't good. Obviously, because half the videos, the second they go live, are demonetized.
Yeah, my POS podcast was.
Yeah, and you even joked talking about this topic was probably what was gonna have it demonetized. But it's in the long list of things that YouTube needs to figure out. Like it feels like there's so much inaction from their side that it's like, all right, are you gonna do anything this time? Probably not, because you haven't fixed every other complaint that people have been talking about. And I mean, it comes back to the whole topic of YouTube,
and I can understand that.
And like I'll say, like, I am glad, like, I'd love to have the opportunity to do it, but I personally, I just, with the changes, the ups and the downs with YouTube, you know, there's people that literally rely on their income from YouTube, and it's just like, whew.
Not a good idea anymore.
It's nerve-wracking. I'm glad that I have other venues to fall back on, because, you know, for me, YouTube's always been about, you know, the creation. It's great when you can make money, because then you can improve the product that you put out. But yeah, it's insane. It's just an ongoing topic, and honestly, the more people talk about this kind of stuff, the more you hope that you're gonna actually see something down the road where YouTube goes, okay. Because I think where the reason Logan is such a big part of this topic is that people are saying you punish so many other channels, and yet when it comes down to a channel that does something to this degree,
goes out and goes around,
YouTube says, well, we'll definitely give them a stern talking to. It's like, okay, but why is everyone else?
Or like, because like was it like a year or two ago where like the channel I Hate Everything, his entire channel was deleted for no reason.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah, and
well,
he's like a review channel.
If you're gonna hate everything, you gotta add YouTube to the list at some point. So
yeah. Yeah. Saber's back.
Nope, he's gone again.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we'll transition off of that topic. But it was a big thing, and like I said, because basically everyone here is a content creator of some sort. I felt like it was it's a thing, and for all of our viewers, most of you I'm sure already get it, but just know that whenever you put out a product, whether or not you're the one who edited it, if your name is attached to it, you know, it's something that you want to make sure that it represents you as an individual.
And also know that the videos you're watching represent who you are too.
No, I wouldn't go that far, Matt.
No? Fair enough. No, I'll give you that.
I don't.
You can accidentally watch a bad video.
But yeah, I guess that's true. Even if you click onto it for a second, become immediately disgusted, it still counts as a view.
Well, some people, it's that whole watching a train wreck. You're not doing it because you enjoy it. Sometimes you just can't look away.
Morbid curiosity.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Fair point.
I'll give an example here. It was a terrible situation, but there was actually that at the fair, the Ohio Fair, when that the ride malfunctioned and part of it broke off, and unfortunately killed some people. I went back and watched that video so many times because for me it's relevant to like the job that I do, and I was like, how the hell did this thing fail? Like, for the type of ride it's been out for years, I'm like, what happened? And you know, it's like hated engineering, you know. Yeah. So anyways, so that's again content creation. It can be a very interesting
thing.
Have some interesting topics all around it. But Saber, welcome back. How was your drive?
It was nice, thank you.
How cold is it up there, by the way?
All right. How cold is it? I can't hear the volume's too low. It's like 40 degrees.
We're getting to that Wally stage, aren't we?
No, it's Galaxy Quest computer.
The way he said it, it sounded like Dexter's Lab.
Computer. All right, let's see if she or it recognizes it. Computer. Oh, I did. Nice. Volume up. Computer. Volume up. I want to try something here. Computer. Volume up. Okay, here we go. Computer. Who is Black Griffin?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. For the Black Griffin, his inability to communicate with humans.
Hey! They got it right. It's talking about the animal. Could you all hear that?
Yeah. A little bit.
It was a little quiet, but...
Volume up. Alright, let me try another one. Computer. Bernie's react. He just turned it off.
Yes, it did. Nope. Gave up.
It's like, what the fuck do you want me to play anymore?
Computer. What's Bernie's react?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay.
What an uncultured swine. Cool. So,
let me try one more then, alright?
Okay.
All right.
Computer. Who's Judy Hopps?
Judy Hopps, the character in Zootopia.
Yes.
Well, that's good enough for me.
That's it?
Sweet.
Wait.
It was good enough for me from the get-go.
Wait, I got one more thing. Alexa, ask for a fart. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's very loud.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Whoa!
I'll try that. Computer. Fart.
I put it onto my system.
That's great. Wonderful.
This is what we've done with our technology.
We do the important things. Humanity has come so far.
We have.
There's some other cool things to think. Like computer. Computer. Sing.
A song? I thought never asked.
No. Oh wow. It's singing.
Holy
Computer.
crap! What's it singing?
Shut up.
This was a triumph.
We're thinking about like technology.
I'm
Alright, I'm done. Y'all go to Q&A.
Yeah, let's
I think we went
At
through...
this point, we might as well.
All right, so everybody, please, if you have any questions, I'm also putting this in the chat, but use the hashtag SPP questions on Twitter. That is what we are doing from now on. We are using hashtags for both food posts and for Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
All right, so I got the first question locked in and ready to go.
Okay.
That was quick.
All right, so Red X is asking, what kind of fries should I get next time? What are the best type of fries out there, guys?
Curly.
Waffle.
Chili cheese.
Shoestring.
Really good. Is
Good.
that really what you think, or is that just to be different?
I'm
No.
different.
I like skinny fries. I prefer skinny fries to fat fries.
No,
Steak fries are just really upsetting. I don't like them at all.
Yeah.
I don't like potatoes. I want to taste the seasoning and the crisp.
Yeah,
Crispy
it's the
fries.
salt.
Yeah.
It's not the potato. I mean, get out.
From what I remember, curly fries from Arby's were pretty good.
Pretty good.
But waffle fries are decent.
They're good. The Chick-fil-A ones are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
I like
Where-
In-N-Out
where-
fries the best, though, I think.
Those are pretty good too. Yeah. Animal
Where-
style.
I was gonna ask Sarah, or Sarah just answered, but where? Oh, animal style fries. Yes. I mean, chili cheese fries are good too, but I actually think I'd say animal style fries are my favorite type of fries.
They're very good.
Garlic fries are good too.
When they're done right, sometimes it's just garlic that's sprinkled on them and then just doesn't stick, and then you end up with fries, and then at the bottom a pile of garlic.
Yeah, and then the fries get soggy sometimes. That's true. That's true. We'll come back to. Well, Sarah, write that down. This will be a topic for next time.
Oh, sorry, what was
The
that?
great fry debate.
Oh,
I
the
was
fry
joking.
debate? Okay.
The fries. No, I mean you can write it down if you want.
I'll write it down.
So I don't know if anyone has an answer for this yet, but a Chief Hunter is asking what convention what conventions plans you're making for 2018. Do any of you guys have any that are locked in?
Well, I want to try to go to BronyCon this year.
Nice.
I haven't been yet. So, yep, I'm saving monies.
Oh yeah, that's the thing you don't do. I was like, isn't that just like really standard going to BronyCon? But yeah,
I haven't been.
Yeah, I know that some of us have some that are gonna be announced soon, hopefully. But yeah. Let's see. Jory is asking to everyone, what are your guys' most anticipated movies this year?
Rigoroff 2.
Incredibles 2.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Beauty and the Beast 2.
No.
It already happened. Enchanted Christmas. It wasn't terrible. It was really, really bad.
It wasn't terrible. It was just really bad.
Oh shit! What was the villain's name in that?
Forte.
Forte. That's what it was.
He's an animated organ.
Yeah. He was so weird.
Is anyone here looking forward to the Ready Player One movie?
That actually looks... The Iron Giant's in it, so yeah.
I'm interested in just seeing like how much stuff they're gonna cram into it. Like I've already seen like Tracer and the Iron Giant and other characters in there. Like Chun-Li, I think I saw in one of the trailers. I'm gonna look forward to seeing all the cameos.
It's like it almost feels like clickbait.
Yeah.
It does actually.
Yeah.
The movie.
Not enough boobs.
Yeah,
And
that's
more
gonna be...
It's like one of those thumbnails that just has a billion characters in it.
The poster for the movie is just gonna be big anime boobs.
Sign me up, please.
I'm looking forward to the Star Wars movie Solo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm a little worried about that one since they had to send their actor to acting school during filming.
Oh boy! Oh no!
It could be a problem.
Yeah, and like.
But I'm still looking forward to seeing it. It will either be magnificent, or it will be a magnificent train wreck.
Well, Rune was my favorite so far, so maybe all the spin-offs will be good. Maybe the title crawl curses them.
You know, I showed, just because I see the sequels coming out this year, I just showed Sarah Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right! There's a sequel to big giant robots punching big aliens in the face.
Yeah, it's funny because like when I was watching Pacific Rim, I was like, so where's the Russian people? Because like Tumblr, when this movie first came out, just drew so much fan art of the Russian couple. I don't know, are they a couple or are they brother and sister?
They're a couple. They're great. I love them.
I was like, I heard they're like the best part of this movie, and then they like 5 minutes later they die, and
yeah,
I'm like,
it's a shame that they died. They were the best part. I love the way they looked.
I feel like they killed off characters way too quick.
Yeah, to make room for the Australians, Americans.
Is that the movie where he says we're canceling the apocalypse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bogo says that.
Oh man.
We're not going to McGee's.
we're
so
canceling the apocalypse.
From what it sounds like here, definitely the most anticipated movie of 2018 is Sherlock Gnomes.
Shut up.
Shush.
Or Peter Rabbit.
No.
I can't
have you
believe that
seen
Johnny Depp is in Sherlock Gnomes. To me, that signals the beginning of the end.
Have you seen some of the posters that the Peter Rabbit folks have been putting out?
Isn't
parodies
it
of like Wonder Woman and Logan. Yeah. I'm just like, oh no.
Like Madagascar 4 coming out?
What?
No, not this year.
Yeah, Madagascar 4, 2018.
Babe, what?
What? Are you what?
Are you sure?
I'm looking at it with my eyeballs. I don't know what else to tell you.
Is it going to be a theatrical release, or is this going straight to video?
I just see it say TBA on the wiki page.
There's another. Did you guys know there's another Jungle Book movie coming out, but it's not.
Yeah, it's a Warner Brothers one.
Well, isn't Disney planning
another
another
one? It
one?
has Andy Serkis in it.
Ah.
Hey,
Isn't
Dumbo
this year?
No.
No, I think 2019.
Remember, there's the Christopher Robin though with the Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of. Gonna be another year.
Boy,
It's not the stuffed animals you're looking for.
That is what I'm looking at with my face muscles.
I see.
I like Jeff Goldblum on the
Did you
Google
look
art
at the
today.
source?
Let's see.
Don't you think that the Google art looks like Jeff Goldblum today?
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum.
Wait, Google.
It looks
I
like-
gotta go into Google now.
It looks like the.
Yeah, the
But
IMDb
DNA.
says 2018, but it says Plot is Unknown. Yeah, there's no way this is coming out this year.
You know, I can see what you're saying, Gabe.
It looks like the Clear Eyes guy.
Life will find
There's
a way.
like no information about Madagascar 4, so.
Okay, God,
I'm just saying.
It's not 2018. I was like, it's coming out.
There's a lot of superhero movies that.
Because
are gonna be
I
coming
could have
out.
sworn that like their next movie is How to Train Your Dragon 3 in next year.
Good.
Oh, there's a third of the second one.
Yeah, it's coming out next
Sanders
year.
has this bad habit of killing off good characters in his sequels.
Who's next?
We're gonna make you love Stoic, so we can kill him.
I was gonna say Jurassic World 2.
Nice.
That's the one you're looking forward to.
Yeah, because I love dinosaurs.
Nobody said I think any of the superhero movies that are coming out.
I do
next
really
year.
want to see.
There's also Infinity.
Black Panther, I'm looking forward to.
Infinity.
I'm just
Gauntlet.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 is my number one.
I guess
Ant-Man.
I'm getting real.
Oh shit, there's
tired.
another Ant-Man? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nice.
I haven't watched many superhero movies lately. I'm tired.
You're just tired of them.
Yeah, a little tired of it. Yeah, I get that.
That's because you kept seeing them when you didn't want to.
Oh.
I think
Like, you're not required to see them.
Yeah, the movie that I think most looking forward to next year is Wreck-It Ralph.
You mean this year?
Yeah.
This year, you're right. It's 2018.
Unless the Force is with him, and there's going to be a spontaneous delay that puts.
No, because they already put up a trailer for 2018. They have to put it in this year.
Sarah's done with them pushing that movie back, man.
Meanwhile, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Meanwhile, Gigantic.
That actually got shelved. No.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Frozen
still not
2.
over the fact that they shelved the Halo movie.
Actually, yeah. What is Frozen 2? Wasn't that supposed to? Is it coming out this
It's supposed
year?
to be like 2020, I think.
They just need to keep pushing it back. Nobody wants it.
Like, I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh no,
like, other than
2019.
yeah.
Okay.
I think Laser Team 2 comes out in 2018 too.
Sorry, what was that?
Laser Team 2?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Is that like a porno?
It's a sequel to Laser Team 1.
It sounds nice.
Excited, right?
Oh. Wait. Laser... Is that the YouTube Red movie?
I don't know.
Nope, never mind. It came out last year, and I've just not been paying attention.
What the hell's Laser Team anything?
Yeah, it's a YouTube Red movie.
Laser Team 1.
It was produced by. It was a.
Wow. Okay.
It was a movie produced by Rooster Teeth. They actually did a really nice job of it.
Oh, my Twitter just blopped it up. There we go. So we got a question from Ozial, and it just went away again. What the hell, computer?
Thoughts on the new Unikitty TV show on Cartoon Network?
I love it.
I watched the first couple episodes. I really like it so far. I'll have to.
All I know is Unikitty's voiced by Tara Strong.
Yeah.
That's all I got too.
And I think was it the director that was at EQLA?
Kareen Engel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sarah got to know her.
Yeah. I was her handler. And
That's the way to say it. She got to know her.
she's.
All right. Let's
she's
see
a cool
another
person.
question here from Ozial. To all, what is your best and worst movies of 2017?
Now I gotta remember stuff.
Is anyone not gonna say Emoji Movie was the worst movie?
Yeah.
I didn't
see it,
count, so I can't count it.
Was Secret Life of Pets this year?
No.
Okay. It was 2016.
It all blends together for me. I don't remember
That
things very good.
abomination.
Was Your Name 2017?
Technically it's
It
2016.
had its wide release in the U.S. In 2017. So
Technically, it's
Somebody needs to make a rule on like what counts. Like, is it when the U.S. release is when it counts? Like for us.
Let's say
or-
it's a 2017 movie.
Good.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't say anything spoilery.
They say her name at the end.
Your Name.
Apparently it
I
wasn't
don't remember
hers.
if that's true or not.
It's not.
I'm so biased, but I did really enjoy the like. I can't say it was like the best movie, but I really enjoyed the Pirates movie, even though it had its.
To be fair, Race, it's not even on my worst list.
Thank you, Paleo. Thank you. I feel justified.
What is on your worst list, Paleo?
Let's see, because I was writing it down the other day for the videos I was gonna do.
Laser Team 1.
Emoji Movie definitely is up there.
It's not at the top though, apparently.
It might be. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. But oh, Despicable Me 3. Yeah, I fucking hated that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. This was really bad, but very fascinating to watch because I watched it with Saber and Hero. Surf's Up 2, Wave Mania.
Oh Lord! Oh, but Jesus!
It is
Truly,
it was so weird.
Truly a pastor Mace.
You know what's weird about this year was I feel like there were a lot of movies that I really, really liked, but it's hard for me to choose like a favorite or best.
I agree with you.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I liked Star Wars, despite there were things that I thought were really stupid. Overall, it was a very beautiful, visually very, very beautiful movie.
Indeed.
Like honestly, like I actually wrote down a list. I've seen 38 of the movies that came out this year.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
I liked Kingsman Golden Circle.
Oh yeah, that was good. I like that too.
Yeah,
Was that your favorite of the year?
Maybe. I don't know. Like, also there's like Lego Batman.
Yeah, Lego Batman's
Right.
great.
We're gonna watch that tonight. I have not seen it yet, so no spoilers.
Oh yeah, you'll love it.
It's good.
Yeah, you're gonna. We watched it actually 2 nights ago, so.
Well, Spider-Man shows up, and then.
Oh, Spider-Man. Spider-Man
Homecoming. Yeah,
Thank you for
that one's a
saying
good
that.
one.
That was pretty good.
Oh, you know
Coco.
what? Friggin'
Cool.
it came out around the same time. War for the Planet of the Apes. It was a good like ending to that trilogy.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah, I agree.
Sadly, I'm looking at a list of movies that came out in 2017. I think I can count the ones I saw on one hand.
I think
that's not surprising to me, man.
I am not the person to answer this question.
I really enjoyed Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
That was
I thought you were gonna say Logan.
Than I expected.
Logan Paul.
No.
Logan Paul.
No.
Why are there so many Logans this year?
No, Logan Lucky. I
Just to mess with
that
you.
one pleasantly surprised me.
Actually, why are all the Logans jerks? Wolverine's a jerk. Logan Paul's a jerk. Logan from Bob's Burgers is a jerk. Why are all these Logans jerks?
Oh my God, Sarah.
Yeah.
We need to break the trend with our children. Name our daughter Logan.
No.
Oh God.
Baby Driver was a good movie too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw it?
Oh yeah. We saw it.
I love that. Was probably my favorite live action movie of 2017.
What was your
I just
your
melted the
favorite
inside
movie?
of a gummy bear with a laser, and it tastes really weird.
That's what you should do. I believe it 100%.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Race?
I realized I asked, but then I realized your favorite movie was Lego Batman, right?
It's as far as like animated movie.
Well, I don't know because you verified that
Yeah,
Baby Driver is your favorite live action.
Yeah, it's between Lego Batman and Coco.
Oh my gosh, Coco was amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that came out this year because I saw it, or last year because I saw it this year for the first time. But man, I went there prepared that it was supposed to make me cry, and I'm like, I brought my big boy pants. I still cried 3 times.
Yeah.
You know another movie that I'm actually gonna throw out here. I'm looking through this list and I didn't see it. Sarah and I saw it, and we might have even talked about it on the last podcast. But The Greatest Showman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I just saw that yesterday.
The thing for that movie was it was a musical where I actually like enjoyed the music.
It felt a little bit like an old-fashioned High School Musical.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Oh yeah, a movie that me and Hiro watched much earlier in 2017. Get Out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
probably my
I didn't
favorite.
see that. What was it about?
Oh.
I'm actually gonna watch that in like the next week.
Yeah, it's really fantastic, like what they do with it. It's a really like classically directed horror movie.
I just want to throw this out, and it really bothers me.
Mhm.
So you mentioned Your Name.
Yeah.
There's a movie that came out this year called Call Me by Your Name.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
come on, guys.
that's the gay movie, literally.
Okay. Should we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna skip over this one from Ozio because it's about Logan Paul and his video, so we already covered that. So Ross Pitt asks, so you only talked about heroes when talking about the main subject, being the 5 characters that you would take on an adventure. But since I think they need our love, what 3 villains would you take on an adventure?
3 is doable
Villain.
without thinking too hard. Okay.
Villains.
Take on an adventure? Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Are they on our side or like?
I guess so, yeah.
Starlight Glimmer.
I don't know if that counts.
That's pretty hot.
But maybe there's a reason why we didn't bring villains on our trip, is because they're villains.
I want to die.
I'd bring Discord.
But he's
the Lego-
reformed, though.
He's reformed.
He's not a
Is he
villain
really,
anymore.
You
Okay.
know what? Sometimes I'm not so sure. I'm like, well, you're still
Well-
kind of a dick.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
I
there's
would-
a difference
I would
between being a
bring-
villain and being kind of a dick.
Let's see. So I would bring, because I think they'd get together very well, the iceberg that took out the Titanic,
Oh my god.
and then global warming. I think those two would mesh real well. And then
Global climate change now.
oh,
If it gets
is
hot
that
or
what we're
cold, it's
calling
our fault.
Well, the climate's always changing. It's raining here today, and it won't be tomorrow.
it? Oh my god. Do you guys have any?
The storm from
I-
Geostorm.
I you know what? Yeah, the
freezing
stopping of the
hurricane the
core
day
in
after tomorrow.
the core, and the meteor from Armageddon.
The shark tooth from Land Before Time.
None of us want to live.
Jaws.
The Carnotaur from Dinosaur.
A.M.A. Larson.
I'd bring Jafar.
Lord Dominator,
Skeletor.
Lord Hater.
Yeah.
Skip.
I must save the children.
Yeah. All
I think
right.
Bellwether. It would be fun to like pick Bellwether's head. I think.
Yeah. All right. So Bellwether.
Like genuinely, I do. I think it would be fun to like go get like a cup of coffee.
An entire cast of Suicide Squad.
Ratigan.
Ratigan would be fun to get some coffee with too. I think.
Oh, Ratigan.
Ratigan.
The old lady from Ratatouille.
Yes.
With the shotgun.
Oh, that old lady.
Old Lady with the Shotgun's pretty great.
The hunter.
Technically a villain,
in
the way
Bambi.
she's portrayed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, since someone was talking about it, bring Chef Skinner from Ratatouille as well. He may sell out
Yeah.
the food, but you'll get fed well.
And the chef from freaking Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid, Le Poisson. Yeah, that one.
I honestly think that one of the most pleasant villains I think to hang out with would be
Hades.
Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
I can
Oh,
bring
from
that
Phineas and
Doofenshmirtz
Ferb?
too, but I really
Oh
like
yeah.
But he did turn good, I think, at the end of the series.
Yeah, but
No,
it was a villain
I
all the
didn't
way through. That doesn't count.
Okay.
Not in my heart.
Alright.
Schmerz Evil Incorporated.
Oh, I want to hang out with Mojo.
Mojo Jojo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I can't tell if he's really that bad. He just
not.
has some really strong ideals.
Yeah, I'd take along Mordecai from the webcomic Lackadaisy.
I thought you meant from.
Yeah, from like, I was like, what?
How about Ramesses from the Prince of Egypt?
How about just Satan?
It's a Satine,
Say Sakima.
actually.
Same from South Park.
Oh, I totally get coffee with Scar too.
Scar? Oh, yeah.
No.
I don't like decaf.
I feel like you'd just be sitting there like with your arms crossed and being like, I can't believe you killed
Mufasa, like, what are you doing? It's like if you know him, you'd understand. I'd be like, do tell.
Alright.
wed
Let's
one.
move on to the next question, which is from Nora Mermaid. She says, my question is for you-know-who. It's Gabe.
Okay, I'm ready.
My question is, what has been your funniest moment that took place in an airport or in a plane?
She's writing a book on you, man.
Probably.
In an
airport or plane?
airport or a plane? That's interesting. I had a memorable moment on a plane. I don't know if it was that funny, but the story is kind of funny. There was a lady in the seat next to me who had a chihuahua, and the chihuahua was just just like, oh my god. But I had sound canceling headphones, so I was able to, block it out with at least one of my senses, but that didn't matter. 10 minutes when my nostrils were assaulted with the worst scent I've ever scented.
Was it a gassy chihuahua?
Had, like, projectile diarrhea'd everywhere.
Oh.
And I was like, there was no escape, and I really got to test the strength of my stomach that day.
He was just machine gunning you.
It was horrible, and it's like, I know everybody could smell it. And I was like, how is nobody throwing up? It was that bad.
Wow. How can one dog so tiny hold so much feces?
It's funny
I
that
know.
you had the
If any
worst
dog
smell
can
of
do
your
it, a
life.
chihuahua can.
You had the worst smell of your life in an airport, or close to an airport as well. That's interesting.
Was it a Beverly Hills Chihuahua, Gabe?
Oh, the movie. I forgot about that.
Ross in the chat says, so that's where the Taco Bell Chihuahua went.
Yeah, it went all over Gabe.
It just looked at Gabe and said, "Yo quiero Taco Bell," and just started.
Say hello to my little friend.
Es su tiempo.
Spraying fecal matter all over people's.
I guess that means you've been claimed, Gabe. You're part of its territory now.
You know what's funny?
Your dog don't shit on things to claim them.
Actually, that dog saved the entire world that day from a terrorist attack because the terrorists about to stand up and go, "This is a height," but they like, maybe this is a bad sign.
Yeah, that's. You're right. The unsung hero.
It was a funny story for him to poop on.
For me to poop on.
Let's see. The next question is, unfortunately, Laura's not here. It was for her. I guess we can try and keep it in mind for next time. And then Railroad Bronies asks, are you worried about getting sick this flu season?
No.
Never.
Nah.
If it's
I already got
happen,
it,
it's
so
gonna
I'm good.
happen. But take care of yourself and pays dividends.
Drink
I, like, never
emergency.
get flu shots and never get the
If you
flu.
do get it, just throw up and get it over with.
Just poop on the chair.
Chug a
Poop on
gallon
the person
of
next to you on the
vomiting.
plane.
Yeah.
That
was a great laugh.
I did not get a flu shot this year. I usually do, and yeah,
I never do. I always get the flu from it.
Yeah, I mean,
Really,
that's what I
dude?
always say. Like, people get the flu from the flu shot, and like, I'm just gonna not get it, and I like, I've
know.
never had the flu. So.
I don't
Yeah,
know. If
The last time I got a flu shot, I like
last
vomited
time-
profusely, so I haven't had it in a long
All I'm
time.
saying, I'll put it this way: I don't know if it's as much as the flu shot making you sick. I'm no doctor, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that like get the flu and then are like, "Oh, I should go get my flu shot, and then of course like they stand in line or. They
Well,
grab
I
the
actually
handles.
I can weigh in a little bit. I'm pretty sure that the flu shot can give you the flu because it is not a dead strain; it's a weakened strain of the flu virus.
Yeah.
So it actually can complete the lytic pathway if your immune system isn't ready to fight it.
So you're saying you're weak.
Which pathway?
You're weak.
The lytic pathway, it's when basically when the virus is able to complete its life cycle, impregnate your cell with its RNA, and then reprogram it to code new viruses.
That's kind of hot.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. That's why viruses aren't considered life. They can't reproduce on their own. They need to program a cell to create new viruses.
Yeah.
Yummy.
CRISPR is actually based on the same principle.
Yeah. Wash your hands, folks. Don't get other people sick. Reckless is asking, what are your opinions on the upcoming shows this year, including MLP Season 8?
Oh my god,
surprised.
Season 8.
Heck yeah, Season 8.
Yeah.
We're just going, aren't we?
Chihuahua.
Let's see, what other shows are there coming?
I'm interested in seeing what the Captain Underpants cartoon is going to be like.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah.
Craig of the Creek looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I watched the pilot of Craig of the Creek, and it looks good. Or the whatever you call it.
Craig of the Creek is coming out.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a. I almost forgot about this. There's going to be a Netflix series of Watership Down.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
gonna be interesting.
Oh no. Let's see, what else is there?
I'm looking forward to the new
there's-
season of Low Budgets.
There's apparently going to be a Boss Baby show.
When
Yeah.
does the new season of Low Budget come out?
Very
Oh
soon.
yeah, I'm also not sure how they're going to do this, but apparently they're going to try a Paranorman TV series.
Nice. There's
Really?
something called
I'm not sure if it'll be stop motion, but interesting.
That's been a while.
It's been tried.
Yeah, there it is, Craig of the Creek. Actually, yeah, I have the sides and all my auditions, and it's from 2 years ago, so that's always neat. See when that's coming out.
I think we discussed this. Ozzy was asking thoughts on Animaniacs reboot. Did we talk about that in the last podcast?
No, we've not talked about it.
Okay. Thoughts on Animaniacs reboot coming 2020 on Hulu?
Oh shit, there's going to be a Paranorman TV
I'm gonna be
series.
picky if it's.
Oh yeah,
I
I
love
just
the
said that.
original Animaniacs.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
They have a
It's alright.
tough clear. I love the animations. A lot of it still works really well now.
Matthew, you're quiet.
Yeah, where'd he go? Matt?
Come
Sorry, I was
closer to the
leaning
mic.
back in my chair. Is that better?
Yes,
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, I watched the Animaniacs back in the 90s. I liked it. Still like it. A lot of it holds up well.
Mhm.
They have a tough hurdle to clear, but, I'd like to see more of it. I don't know if they're going to go for a complete reboot or if they're going to try and reimagine it, but I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's going to be like an online series might give them a lot more freedom. So
Oh, definitely. But I think part of the Animaniacs charm was working within the restrictions they were given. Because
yeah,
they were technically supposed to be educational content, which is how we got Yakko's Nation of the World.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Yeah, it'll be. I didn't really watch Animaniacs as a kid. So
I watched it in the Navy. It was, and I really liked it.
Nice.
you looking forward to this reboot?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I always hesitate when they reboot something that was so good. You know, it's like, oh.
When's the
Yeah,
last
speaking
time
of
something
reboots,
went wrong?
where's DuckTales gone? Like, it hasn't had an episode in like a month or so.
yeah.
They're doing the Steven Universe.
Shit! Not again.
No.
Can't do that.
Let's see here. Here's a question for Paleo from the Cake Slayer,
Oh.
asking any video games you hope will be made in the near future. Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm trying to think of any that, because I would have said like some things that were announced last year, because like Metro Prime 4 was announced last year, a new No More Heroes was announced last year, so I was like, all right, I'm getting stuff I want.
I'd like to see an update to the James Bond franchise.
I'm actually
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoying what they came out with for the. Sometimes they suck, the NASCAR games that they come out with, but like this one's actually pretty decent because I can actually crash people, which is very important to me.
Nice.
So with a little bit of tweaking, I think they can actually have one hell of a game next year.
Oh, I know. I want a new Endless Ocean. That's what I want.
Oh, the Wii game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
want one on the
have that.
Switch. That'd be great.
You know what I want? I want another Ace Combat.
I think we're gonna get one.
Are we? Saber.
What company makes Ace Combat?
The company that makes Ace Combat.
Let's see.
Good answer.
Namco. Yeah. Namco. It's in good hands if it's in Bandai Namco.
Wait, what was the last Ace Combat? What number?
God,
what's it?
Assault
7?
Horizon, I think.
Okay, well, I'm seeing.
Horizon, but
Let's see.
Oh wait, I'm seeing something. Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown.
Ace Combat 7 is actually coming out this year.
Oh shit! There we go.
Mother effer! I hope it's like the style that 5 and 4 were. That's what I want.
Oh my god! It says on the PS4 version they're going to have VR missions you can play.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
I saw
we don't have
VR
a
in
VR
a
machine, but-
different type of video format, and I was really weirded out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll leave it at that. Let's see here.
You mean porn?
No.
Okay.
No. I accidentally clicked it. It was definitely intentional. Alright, I got 2 questions left here that we're gonna finish off the podcast with. Oziel is asking thoughts on the Golden Globes winners as well as the highlights.
I know Oprah talked, but I didn't see it.
Coco won Best Animated Feature. Hooray!
Yay!
Good. I agree with that.
Didn't Lego or not?
Yeah,
Lego
was
Batman.
snubbed. It wasn't even nominated.
What isn't that always? Didn't it happen with the Lego Movie?
Yeah, but it happened with the Oscars though at the Lego Movie. They haven't revealed the nominees for the Oscars yet.
I'm so surprised. Like, I wonder what they're doing wrong. That
Being Lego.
Oh.
I mean, I think the fact that the movie is an advertisement probably.
Doesn't
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it though.
No, it doesn't feel like it, but
Yeah.
it's what it is. You know, I love them. I'm not bad talking them at all. I'm just saying that's the only reason I can.
Why
think...
wasn't the MLP movie nominated?
Yeah.
Well.
Or Trolls.
That's different.
That was last year, or the 2016.
Oh, you're right. It was last year.
Yeah. Why not
And
the
it
Emoji Movie?
Yeah.
They're about the same caliber.
What about Blade Runner?
Oh, that was freaking weird.
Sarah and I watched that without having seen the first one, and we
Yep,
were
same.
just like, huh.
Yeah.
And the music was loud.
Huh. Okay.
The music was loud.
Dude, the music sounded like race cars. I didn't know it was...
Blade Runner is probably like one of my more least favorite movies I've watched this year, other than Emoji Movie.
Yeah, but I felt like if I said that to anybody, they'd be like, "That's just because you're not smart enough to get it."
It was just too long and fucking boring, to be honest. It was just like,
And then Han Solo came out, and he's like, "Oh, this is the big reveal." Whoa.
I liked it.
Oh.
Though I'm in the majority. So.
Oh, are you saying we're in the minority?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you are.
Good for you.
It's true. It's true. We are.
I say
but I haven't
we.
seen the
I
first
say.
one.
I say we, but I actually am not as hard on it as Sarah and Gabe are. Like I found it.
I'm hard on it for hyperbole. I go extreme on my viewpoints all the time.
Yeah.
Nah, it
But you
just
did
wasn't
not
my kind
give-
of movie. Like, it's,
You go hard.
I would have
Sorry, go on,
figured that it was my kind of movie because, like, it's got, like, holographic ladies and, like, robot ladies or whatever the fuck.
Syncing
But
up with real ladies and having.
that was a weird,
they
that was a
had-
whole weird
that
sort
was-
of situation. I was just like, but
Alexa,
yeah.
a sexa.
Oh man.
But I love stories about AI, so.
Sarah, did you have any
I
thoughts on
do.
the Golden Globes?
I mean, Oprah's speech was nice, and the whole, like, solidarity that women showed by wearing black and all that stuff. That was something that I didn't hear about until like pretty much the Golden Globes was done, because me and Race were watching a movie, and so when I found out, I was very happy, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But
can I tell a little bit of the story about when you told me about the Golden Globes?
I guess.
Okay, so Sarah had just watched Oprah's speech. Now, granted, I didn't watch the Golden Globes. I didn't know anything about them, and Sarah walks out, and I can see that she's like in tears, and she's like, "So tonight at the Golden Globes," and she's like in tears, and I'm just like, "Oh God, what happened?" Like, I'm like literally thinking the worst right now. Like, Oprah gave the speech, and I'm like, no. No, but yeah, I actually got like legitimately worried, like, oh, don't tell me,
someone got shot.
Yeah, I was like, no, seriously, and then I realized, oh no, she's crying for like a good it's like, it's not a bad thing. It was the speech.
Well, it was sort of bad because the speech was about bad things.
Right. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
Right. You better. Yeah. You're gonna tick off some people, man. Be careful here.
I know, but that's my like. I thought that it was like something tragic happened at the ceremony, and I was like, oh. And then Sarah's like, no. Oh.
It was a cool thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Someone's pants fell off. And they're old.
So I wanted to finish off this podcast.
Oprah was wearing the same pants that Miley Cyrus wore at the MTV Music Awards.
And Oprah wore it better. She wore it better.
Was that the one where those like teddy bears came out and started like twerking?
Yeah.
What?
That was something that Miley did, but I don't know where it was.
Okay. So the final question of the night, Ross Pitt is asking, can Gabe give the podcasters 2 truths and a lie? And can we all guess which one is the lie?
Ooh.
Wow. That is a good question.
This will be interesting because I imagine Gabe has to actually think about what he hasn't told like certain ones of us.
Right.
Since there's so many of us.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie. Well, dang it. I could have used the San Diego trip, but I already said that I did that.
I once had a chihuahua take a shit.
And I once played on a stage in front of a penis.
Semen.
Okay.
Was this too late notice? I probably should have told you this.
No. I'll think of stuff. I have to think of them all at the same time though, because if I rattle too often, then it'll be pretty obvious which one the lie is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I ate an entire bag of gummy bears during this podcast. Yesterday, I flew over the reservoir and shot my pistol into the water. And 4 days ago, while riding my ATV, the radiator exploded and leaked, and now I need to replace it.
You didn't eat the whole bag of gummy bears.
You know, I'm laughing because like these are pretty good because they're like
they're all possible.
Yeah.
Like
well, I know you were eating gummy bears because you burned one with a laser earlier. And then said it's funny.
The lawyer comes out the play.
I'm gonna say that the lie is the flying over a reservoir, firing your pistol.
You are correct. That is the lie.
Yeah.
You ate the whole bag of gummy bears?
I did. It was an accident, but I seriously did. It's empty. I ate it all.
Please tell me that there's those like sugar-free hair.
No, but those for Christmas. I haven't built up the courage to eat them yet.
Are you gonna eat them all at once?
You have a bag. I'm impressed. They got rid of those a while ago.
No, I do. I can actually take a picture of it right now.
Thank you.
But yeah, okay. But no, actually, the shooting the pistol into the reservoir is a half lie. I did fly recently and shoot my pistol. I just didn't shoot it into water. I shot it at the desert. But I didn't do it yesterday because yesterday I came back from San Diego and my paramotor has a faulty membrane in the carburetor, and I need to replace that before my engine will run again.
What are you out there practicing strafing runs?
Sort of. I was actually surprised how accurate I was. I was about 100 feet high, and I managed to shoot within a 10-foot radius.
That's impressive. Thank you.
This boy.
At the same time, why are you shooting a pistol from the air?
Well, I mean, I was miles from people. There was no danger.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I could, and it was really fun.
Nice.
Nice. Well, with that, we're gonna end. I want to thank everybody that
came out.
Okay. Thank you to our live audience for joining us. We love the questions and everything. Thank you for utilizing those hashtags. I just noticed that some of the hashtags aren't going through. So if your question wasn't answered, I apologize, and I'm not sure why. Like, I just now saw it, but yeah.
Twitter
so
does that to me all the time.
If we did miss a couple of yours, we'll try to look into why that's happening. But other than that, thank you again for all of our live viewers, all those watching on delay. Thank you to the podcasters coming out on this Tuesday. We will be back on Wednesday,
the 24th.
The 24th. And that'll be actually real close to a night of destruction that I'm going to be doing. For those that, I think I announced it on the last podcast, but for those that haven't heard, Irwindale Speedway has been saved.
Yay!
Yes!
Yeah.
Now,
you know what? Now I just realized it wasn't announced yet, I don't think.
Yeah, it wasn't, because like it happened during New Year's, right?
Oh shit! Yeah. So, folks, I know a lot of people have seen this on Twitter, but yeah, Irwindale Speedway. The announcement had just come out. It actually came out that Thursday, I think. So that's why it was one day after the podcast. But Irwindale Speedway, where we do all the low budget stuff, is going to hang around. It's good to stay, and hip hip hooray! So. All good stuff there.
Good to stay. Hip hip hooray.
Hip hip hooray. Other than that, again, thank you, podcasters, and good night, everybody. We'll be back on the 24th of January. Have a good 2 weeks.
Dim ponies. Good night.
Good night.
Love you guys.